At 3 o'clock. Let's take a look at some of the video from his tour of the French Quarter. The governor said New Orleans is stronger and very resilient, as you see video of him walking with the military personnel out there today. 100 military personnel deployed ever since he declared that emergency declaration yesterday.
We also have agencies coming in from multiple jurisdictions across Southeast Louisiana. The St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office in town, the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office also helping with some of the security concerns. And if you look at Bourbon Street right now, you do see a contingent of officers along every single block with additional security measures in place as well. Something just to keep all of our visitors a little bit more at ease after having to contend with such a terrible terrorist attack about 2 days ago.
Yeah, and you're taking a live look at the aerial view of Bourbon Street right now. As Randy mentioned, those barriers and blocks are up on the sidewalks there, as well as the yellow-stemmed roses as a symbol to pay tribute to all the lives that were tragically lost right there on New Year's Day with this terrorist attack. And the FBI releasing more information today as the day progresses and the investigation continues. Let's go and toss things over to Cassie Sherm, who's been monitoring things out there on Bourbon Street as it reopened today about 37 or 38 hours after the attack. Cassie?
Yeah, that's right. I think that one thing that was really important that Fletcher and Travers both said, strength moving forward when it comes to the game. That's why it was so important to have that game. Well, that's the same exact thing what both city, state, and federal leaders were saying is important to open up Bourbon Street. You guys can see back behind me here. There are people, there are law enforcement. Actually, I'm going to have you guys zoom all the way in so you can see law enforcement vehicles are driving through. They've been moving barricades around, especially a lot of those steel barricades. We've also been seeing the bollards as well being put on the corners of the sidewalks to make sure that there's no possibility of anyone driving up on the sidewalks. Now, this was all part of their plan earlier today when they talked to us at that presser, saying just how important it is to make sure people feel safe coming back in. Now, we're not seeing the normal type of crowds that we usually would see after a game or during a very high trafficked time period, but people are walking through. They're even running. Do you see this man right here running with a flag that says love? A lot of people are sad, but they wanted to show their support to the businesses and show their support just to the city of New Orleans that this will not take us down. And that's the strength right there, deep in the heart of New Orleanians. And also, not just New Orleanians, though, with people from all across the country and the world here coming down and showing their support to our city after having such a terrible and tragic attack on this street here on Bourbon Street. And so we are being told when it comes to law enforcement agencies, we are going to be seeing Bourbon Street have a lot more action when it comes to law enforcement. In fact, ATF during the presser earlier today said they are going to bring in more bomb sniffing dogs to this area, also other types of dogs and canines here, and they're going to be staying here through the fat time that we actually are going to have the Super Bowl. So they're also preparing for that as well. So guys, resilience, strength. You can see actually more deputies and officers walking through right there. People are feeling safe, and I think that's the most important thing is after a very tragic incident like this, people are feeling at least safe to be able to be out and about right now. And so I'm going to send it back to you guys, and we're going to continue to watch this from up here as more people do pour into the French Quarter.